It was a cold, moonless night, and a thick shroud of fog had settled over the small town of Willowbrook. The townsfolk knew better than to venture out after dark, especially near the old Willowbrook Stadium. For decades, it had stood as a silent sentinel, a relic of a bygone era, casting eerie shadows across the town. Legend had it that the stadium was cursed, and the stories told around campfires sent chills down the spines of those who dared listen. There was the tale of a construction worker who had mysteriously vanished while renovating the stadium's underground chambers. Some said he still roamed the dark corridors, his ghostly apparition trapped in an eternal game of hide and seek. Then there was the story of Sarah, a young girl who had wandered into the stadium one fateful evening and had never been seen again. Her desperate cries for help still echoed in the minds of those who lived nearby, a haunting reminder of the stadium's sinister secrets. But the most terrifying of all was the legend of the shadowy figure that would emerge during the darkest hours of the night. Witnesses spoke of a tall, cloaked figure with piercing red eyes, lurking in the stadium's bleachers, watching as unsuspecting souls wandered into the forbidden grounds. On this particular night, a group of daring teenagers had decided to test the legends. Armed with flashlights, they huddled outside the stadium's imposing gates, whispering nervously. Their faces were pale, and their breath formed misty clouds in the cold air. As they ventured inside, the stadium's eerie silence enveloped them. The creaking of the old, rotting boards beneath their feet sent shivers down their spines. The beams of their flashlights flickered and dimmed, casting eerie shadows on the decaying seats. Suddenly, a chilling wind swept through the stadium, extinguishing their flashlights one by one. Panic set in as they realized they were surrounded by pitch darkness with no way to find the exit. From the depths of the stadium, they heard faint whispers, almost inaudible, like the voices of the long-lost souls that were said to haunt the place. The teens huddled together, their fear palpable. As they strained their eyes to see in the blackness, a pair of blood-red eyes appeared, glowing in the distance. The tall, cloaked figure emerged from the shadows, its presence sending a bone-chilling fear coursing through their veins. The figure slowly approached, and they could feel its malevolent gaze fixated on them. Their hearts raced as they stumbled backward, searching for a way out. In their desperation, they tried to flee but found themselves trapped by an invisible force, unable to escape. The figure drew closer, its whispering growing louder, filling their minds with a dark, incomprehensible language. One by one, the teenagers succumbed to madness, their screams echoing through the stadium, blending with the tortured wails of the lost souls trapped within its cursed confines. The stadium's legend had claimed new victims, and its malevolence continued to cast a long, dark shadow over the town of Willowbrook. The cursed stadium stood silent once more, waiting for its next unsuspecting victims to fall under its sinister spell. And so, the legend of the Stadium of Shadows lived on, a chilling tale told in hushed voices, a warning to all who dared to venture near the accursed grounds after the sun had set, for once the shadows took hold, escape was impossible, and the nightmares would become all too real. If you liked the story, don't forget to like and subscribe.